Hello everyone and welcome back to another Stormworks update video. In this video we'll be covering the update as of today, which is 0.9.19. As always, we'll go over the new features and changes they've made, and finally we'll test a few of them out here in the world of Stormworks. Now, if you're enjoying these videos, comment below and what else you'd like to see in any of my future videos. While there, don't forget that like and subscribe button, and click a little bell icon to notify me about upcoming content as soon as it gets posted. So said, let's get straight into it and get started with this week's update. So to start with this week's update, devs have gone and given us Christmas a little bit early here in Stormworks. Now that is obviously not just in terms of decorations, but in this week's update, they've gone and given us a few new blocks here in game, but two major pieces. This is going to be the new 2x1 and 2x2 sloped wedges in game. Yes, finally, after many months, everyone requesting it, people using XML hacks to manage to build these blocks, devs have finally gone and actually given them to us. Now they can be found in your inventory. You can see here we have the inverse pyramid 1x2 and 2x2. We also have the pyramid 1x2 and 2x2, and also the actual wedge itself. Now, with the addition of these blocks, this is going to be game-changing here in Stormworks. I can see creations being completely transformed in what they look like. This is really going to add to the game and bring a whole level of new detail to the creations. Now, actually having a look at these blocks, let's start with just the slope itself. So you can see the slope is pretty straightforward. Just works like a normal slope. You can actually drag it and place it just like you would know with any other slope in game. This is really nice because then obviously you can go and create these like really nice sloping pieces in game where you would have to use the wings for before. Obviously this is only a 2x2, but you get the idea here with what we're going with that. So you can create some really nice details. It's up to you, of course, on what you want to do with this. Now, along with this, as I said just now, we also have the inverse pyramid. Now there is the 1x2 block. This, for example, will be good for this because you can see here, we can go and place this down and we now have a beautiful slope going around this top piece. So you can pretty much just go have fun with it, really. With this piece, you know, you can create so many different cool shapes. You can see here I'm just going to drag this and place this down, and you can see we've got a completely different design. You can use for like a nose of a helicopter or nose of a plane or something. Along with that, we also going to have the 2x2 inverse pyramid. So just over here, so you can see maybe we want a bigger of a slope. Well, we can go and do that now also just by using these pieces. So really cool. Really nice to see this added in game. You can see now we've got a little bit of a bigger slope, so now this angles down. Maybe we could use this for a car, for example, or truck, or plane. You know, there's so many different possibilities in game with these blocks. Now obviously, of course, you also saw there was the pyramid pieces, the 1x2 and 2x2. Those were just placed down automatically when I placed these blocks down. Obviously drag them across, just like the old pyramids, where if you drag them you would see that it would go and try and build it, and you can have fun. You can see here I can drag it, I can do pretty much any design I want to. So guys, I keep on saying and keep on going on about this, but this is a huge thing and a huge deal, I think, in game by adding these in, and actually having the ability not to obviously edit the XMLs, but just go ahead and just use them as they are basic in game. Now I've got the blocks placed just down over here. These are the blocks that we've got in, the 5 new blocks. Obviously in theory it's only 2, but we have the slope itself, the pyramids, and the inverse pyramids. Now you guys know my helicopter. I've gone and updated it with the new pieces. So I've gone and added it on the wing here, or on the fuel tanks. You can see this beautiful slope that we're getting now thanks to these new pieces. And also here on the nose, we also have this beautiful slope piece, and also above it, just above the cockpit there. So you can see we've got this beautiful slope here. We don't have to use any wing pieces anymore, so this is a huge bonus for us. And I just made a quick mock-up of for example, a plane. No more blocky planes. Look at this beautiful circle that we've got here. This is just by using the 2x2, 2 normal blocks, and then another 2x2. So beautiful rounded out version of a plane that you can go and do here in game. Now I've seen a couple different examples of the 2x2s and 1x2s being used already, thanks to some of the testers and the developers themselves. This is just what I've got set up for us now. As I said, this is going to be absolutely game changing, and I can't wait to see what the community and you guys are going to be creating here in game. This is going to really change the level of detail that people add in their creations, and the creations are going to start looking even more realistic. If they aren't realistic already, they're going to keep on being more and more and more realistic as we move on through the game. We're going to see more and more cool things here in Stormworks. So that's it for this week's update. If you want to see a full list of the fixes and changes, make sure to go check out the announcements in this Stormworks official Discord server. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and found it entertaining and informative as always, and we'll see you in the next one.